Kino and his wife Juana, along with their infant son, lived in a small hut by the seashore. Kino spent his days diving for pearls and collecting shells from the sea. However, for a long time, none of the pearl hunters had been able to find a valuable shell, and as a result, most of them lived in poverty. One day, while their child was asleep, a scorpion stung him. Everyone said the child would die because they had no money for medical treatment. The town doctor also refused to treat the child, as Kino had no money to pay him. That night, before going to bed, Kino told his wife, "Tomorrow I will go to the sea. I am sure I will find a pearl that will allow us to pay for our child's treatment." Their only valuable possession was the pearl hunting boat that Kino had inherited from his father. The next morning, Kino set out in the boat. Juana hoped he would find a pearl so that they might be freed from their misfortune and poverty. They reached the pearl hunting area. Kino dove into the water and swam down to the depths. Underwater, he searched everywhere until suddenly a large shell appeared before his eyes. He picked it up and surfaced. When he opened the shell, he was astonished. Inside it lay a pearl as large as a pigeon's egg, gleaming. Excitedly, he shouted, "A pearl! A pearl!" The news of the pearl spread quickly throughout the village and town. The villagers, full of excitement and curiosity, gathered around Kino's hut to see the pearl. Kino shared his dreams with them, that he wanted to marry Juana formally in the church, send their child to school, and even buy new shoes for themselves. Now, those who had previously ignored the family looked on with envy, their eyes fixed greedily on the pearl. When the doctor heard the news, he immediately went to Kino's hut and gave the child a potion to reduce the effects of the scorpion's sting. The poor were genuinely happy, believing that Kino would help them. Yet amidst this joy, pearl buyers were also lying in wait, each one trying to snatch the pearl from Kino for a cheap price. Everyone talked about Kino's great pearl, but Kino had hidden it away from everyone's eyes. The child's condition worsened, and he vomited. The doctor heard and rushed over, giving him a syrup. Then he asked for his fee. Kino said he would pay after selling the pearl. The doctor, clever and watchful, tried to figure out where the pearl was hidden. That night, Kino moved the pearl again. He dug a hole under the mat where he slept and hid it there. A mysterious noise came during the night. Juana said the pearl was evil and should be destroyed before it could destroy them. Kino, believing the pearl would bring happiness to his family, refused. The next day, Kino took the pearl and set out to sell it. His brother also accompanied him. Each of the pearl buyers tried to take it from Kino, but they failed. That night again, a noise was heard. Kino, knife in hand, went outside. Juana heard the scuffle between two men and went out. She found her husband covered in blood and brought him back into the hut. She begged him to get rid of the pearl and throw it into the sea as soon as possible. Kino refused. In the middle of the night, Juana went toward the sea to throw the pearl away, but Kino arrived and stopped her, giving her a few sharp slaps on the face and taking the pearl. They headed back to the hut, but someone was following them. Kino noticed and fought with him, killing him. Now, they had to flee. Juana went to the hut to get their child, and Kino went to the shore to prepare the boat, only to find that it had been sabotaged. Angrily, he ran toward the hut, which was on fire, while his wife and child stood beside it. They had no choice but to go to Thomas, Kino's brother's house, that night. Thomas helped them escape north secretly. During their flight, 3 men were chasing them. Kino and Juana fled toward the mountains and took refuge in a cave. Suddenly, the baby's cry rang out. A guard, hearing the noise, ran toward the cave and fired his gun. Kino attacked the guard and, after a fierce struggle, killed him. The second man arrived. Kino also brought him down, taking his gun. The third man, who was trying to escape, was also killed. When Kino returned, he faced the corpse of his child. He put his hands on his head, lamented, and screamed. The husband and wife returned to town, and people approached them. Kino looked at his burnt hut. Then, he went with his wife to the sea. He took the pearl out of his pocket and looked at it. He saw his child and 3 others lying there, covered in blood. Then, with all his strength, he threw the pearl into the sea. All remnants of the pearl were gone, extinguished forever.